This first Engineering Talks, I have a special guest with me, Mr. Mangesh Shinde, or Mr. Mangesh Shinde, founder and managing director of TKT Engineering Consultant. Your introduction first.
Uh, Hi, good evening. I will give my introduction. Myself, Mangesh Shinde. I'm a chemical engineer. I have completed my MBA from Symbiosis, and I have 17 years of experience in this field. So, working for the 17 years, I have worked with the various projects from a proposal stage up to the commissioning stage. So, I was very interested from at the starting of my career. I was very focused with my career, and my vision is to break the monopoly of this industry, because when I was started with this industry, I have seen the people are decided the benchmark of the pricing and quality. But if they have some keen in that, or they have a expertise in that same field, so they have decided their pricing and benchmark. So I have vision to break that monopoly. So in the 2009, I was started this ticket engineering consultant as being a freelancer, and with the jobs I do a freelancing, and from last 17 years I have served lot many projects to the chemical industries, where that will be give a lot of benefit for industries. From in the many industries we increase the productions, many industries we increase the profitability of the products. So that's overall of the ticketing.
So, what is the logic behind name TKT Engineering?
Yes, correct. You are correctly. The logic behind ticket is that when I was started this business in the 2009, nobody was there to guide me, and but I have a very strong vision to break that monopoly. I don't know how to break it, but I got very um, energetic by some things that I have to start as a business. So I discussed with my professors, which guided me in the college. So they guided me. You can keep the name of your company by your. You can keep the name of your father, your mother, or you can. There are a lot of things are there. You can combination of your mothers and fathers, and so here put lot many options in front of me. But I have decided. So the platform which has given to me, it was by TKIT Varnanagar. So uh, in my mind there is a this is my strong feeling that I should give a name of my company which has the name of TKIT Varnanagar. So which kind of the production I'm going to give it, which type of the services I'm going to give it. So the ticket is that technical, knowledgeable and theoretical based company. So meaning of ticket is a technical, knowledgeable, theoretical, but it's cover the whatever the motto of me, which has given me the platform. So TKIT Varnanagar. So that's the history of
Okay.
ticket.
But I don't see anywhere that ticket is long form. Like,
No, it's not a long form, but in the TKIET. So I exclude the I stand for institute and E stand for engineering. So I'll pick up the three words only,
okay.
and the meaning for that is again with the whatever services we are going to provide it.
Right. So, thank you. What is your daily routine like?
Great. The daily routine of my when I woke up, I every day I'll start for going for a morning walk, and during the morning walk, I used to listen the some motivational speeches. So that is my. If you see my mobile, in my mobile there is no any single song by Bollywood or any other thing, but it is get fully loaded with the motivational speech. There is a failure, how to recover from the failures, the biography of lot many successful peoples, then Josh talk from a Marathi, Hindi, and various language. So every day, at least 45 to 1 hour, every day I used to listen that audios. All these videos I'll convert it into the audios and keep in my music section. So every day I'll start my day with that. So I start my day with that full energy. In the daily routine, I'm doing the regular works as everyone is going to do it, but in that, I my daily routine is like I avoid to calls or a discussion with some negative people who have generated negative vibes. I have avoided the spending a times with those who are it is not relevant with the works. I don't waste my time in various activities. And end of the day, I recall my day, how it was spent, it what was my negative, whatever did the mistakes. Yes, I know I'm a very short temper fellow, but in that in the all this full day, I'll focus to avoid the communication with the friend who has generated the negative vibes or when I was started that business. So that's time I know there are a thousand of people who came to me and inform me why you have started this business, because these Marathi people never do the business and they don't have that integrity to that, because we our Maharashtrians are like that, enjoy the life, do the jobs or government jobs, and at the end we can spend our life happily. But in the business there are thousand of problems are there. So we Maharashtrian don't have that skill to face that. So I avoid to communicate with those people. So that is my daily routines.
Okay. How TKT are different from others in the field?
Uh, so the TKT gets started with the concept of engineering consultancies and EPC projects. So when we started, our if I differentiate TKT with other companies, the first, if you see the logo or the visions in behind to form the TKT, to break the monopoly. Because if there is a one agitator, or if you talk with the vessels or a chemical equipments where we serve the qualities our equipment, so people are decided. So because nowadays what's happened, the lot of people are get started their business by splitting from the original companies. So all they have are some groups and they decided what is the cost of that product. If I get an inquiry from one X company, so my another company or those who have the colleagues and he has started his own business, he also got a same inquiry. So in between they have decided what is the cost of that product. Either whoever take the order, but they have decided what is the benchmark of that product. So first we want to break that monopoly. Second things, in the industry there are a lot of business which gets started is the first generation, second generation. But what's happened in the while doing that business, they have focused on the production, but they have never focused on the operational cost. So from last 2 years and more than that, we are focused to reduce the cost of operational cost by providing a proper energy conservative equipments. We can provide the equipments with the proper selections like the cooling towers, chillers, or some pumps are there. So we are focusing to reduce the cost, and you can't believe in the last one projects, one of my client is using the uh, natural gas fired steam boiler. So operational cost for that steam boiler or a steam, it is around 4 uh, rupees per kg. But again that get changed to the coal fired steam boiler. Drastically the cost of that steam is get changed, but it has to be some initiative or somebody should guide to them. Another thing, for one of our client who was using the steam boiler. So we suggested you can switch from that steam boiler to the thermic fluid heater, and this for a, we have shown them for the next 15 years you can save a 25 crores of rupees by switching the steam boiler to the thermic fluid heater. So we are continuously working to save the cost, because ultimately if we are, if any client is approached to me and I'm serving the services for them, so they have the first vision, what is the profitability to me. So we are giving more profit, more benefits rather than other companies. So in that way you can differentiate that ticketing.
So my next question was, what is your favorite part being founder of the consultancy?
Can you repeat?
What is your favorite part being as a owner of consultancy?
Yes, the my favorite part, because if you see the process domain is my most favorite part, because I have started my career with the process engineering. In the process, there are, as you know, there are very standards softwares like Aspen, PV Lights, or a lot many Tally, or these are the software based. Like that, I have my own softwares, and to develop the softwares, you know, you should be very technocrat. You should have a lot of technical knowledge. So I have that capability. So I have developed my own software. So process domain is my favorite domain in the engineering, and in short, you can say this is the backbone of ticketing.
I consider one fresher graduates or college level student, the theoretical process engineering knowledge is important, or suppose there are many courses in market like Aspen, Aspen Plus, ICs, STRI, or what is the compatible for fresh graduates? Theoretical, practical knowledge first or software first?
No, if you see, if any engineer get pass out, I my opinions against this, the education systems are not that good, and I'm not going to express that. Basically, our education systems is not give the enough knowledge of engineers about the industry, what is the requirements. Uh, so if any get engineer get pass out, so he has the engineering knowledge, but he doesn't have the industrial requirements, how it get fulfilled. Software is the only bridge in between engineers and industrial requirements. Software can give the results, because today also we are using a lot many softwares, but how to analyze it, what is the results are there, whether that results are correct or not, what is the output, because ultimately software give a results, but you should know the basic fundamental of engineering. So we should focus after the, I can give a suggestion that while doing the engineering you can focus on the fundamental of engineering, so that can be beneficial for you to explore your career in the industry. So fundamental is the basic part. Basically, the 3 years back, I have seen there are multiple students who have completed software course, process engineering course, and they have work under me. And if I give them a one task, so absolutely they don't know anything about that task, how to do that. So then I thought, why we should not start as some like you, which you have started. So 3 years back I was decided ki I should do something which can be guidelines for engineers, or with that he can start their career. So 3 years back on every Sunday I was started the process engineering course, or you can say process engineering um, things I give to the engineers. So I have seen there are I'll start with the fundamental. So now whom I have learned, or those people who have completed that course, they are at a good position, because ultimately I focus on the fundamental. If my fundamental is clear, then do the heat exchanger design or a distillation column. If you do on a manual and if you have some good fundamental, so within a software you can complete within a 5 minutes. It will not take a time, but for to develop the fundamental, do the calculations, you need to spend a lot of time on that. Maybe for 1 month or 2 months, but output oriented result you will get within a 1 hour also. So I'll said key focus on the fundamental.
Was how you have grown personally while growing your company.
Yes,
It's been a long
yes.
period from 2009. It's around 14 years.
It's because I'll keep myself away from that negative waves and negative thinking peoples, because ultimately if I go somewhere, people are while the discussion they are always focused at why you have started, because there is not a success in that line. This is the engineering consultancy. Have you know, in that field there are those who have started, those who have an age more than 55, 60 years, and you are at the age of 27, you are thinking of that. So I'll get demotivated, and sometime when I was started, then again I'll back out. I'll started, but then I thought that those people who are putting the negative things inside me, and they are more change my thinking. So I keep away from such people, and I do a lot many things, but I never tell to anyone, because you are not aware with that. When I was on a full fledged, I was started my business, and after 1 year we have completed 100 projects. So we have we did a good celebration of that. So in that I invited our all the employees, parents, even my parents, my relatives are there. But till that they are coming to the halls, they are not aware whose business are there. Few days back I was discussed with them, and they are saying why you have started, because there are a lot of headache. If you mm, tell us before starting, then we never allow you to start. So that's the philosophy of business. So uh, I'll keep myself away from those people who are giving me the negative thoughts. Second thing, I don't want to do a business like my dad also all the times they are saying me, always you can think to increase the business. But I said, why I don't want to increase the business. I want to improve myself by day. If I do the mistake, yes, I do agree. But I'll keep in mind, tomorrow I should not repeat that mistake. So next time I will do a mistake, but not that. So I'll do the something different. But every day we are focused on improve day by day, and definitely we know, because whatever the services we are providing to the industry, they are absolutely behind the limits. We never focus on the cost of products. We never ask for a more profit to any customers. So that's the overall. We are day by day we are expanding our business by multiple orders. Meanwhile, at the other end, we are improving our quality by day with multiple things are there, softwares or like that. So in that way, we are growing ourselves.
Right. This is top 3 advices which you want to give to young engineers.
First, do a industrial training for more than 1 year. You can take a permission from a university, and even at this platform I can also requesting to the colleges to give or allow student for a 1 year industrial training, where they can understand what is the industrial requirement. Either you can do three parts. For a first part, they are in the manufacturing company. For another 3 months, they are in the design companies. Another three part sales and marketing, and another 3 months in the some associates production units. So like that, if they are going with that 3-4 divisions, then they will come to know what is the industrial requirement. Second thing, you can be focused on the fundamental knowledge. So that fundamental is very important. So without fundamental, you can't do anything. And third one, to keep away yourself from the social networking, which can be give a lot of negativity things, and you can't focus on that. So there are three advices.
Okay, so what your thoughts on LinkedIn networking?
Yes, LinkedIn is a very good platform where there are professional peoples are there. Uh, we can communicate with the lot many people. Even for in the chemical industries or any of the industries, people are used for to search the multiple opportunities. If I to understand what's your profile, so I can go in your profile, I can search in which company you are working, where you have worked in, from which duration. So from that, I can also try in that company. So LinkedIn is a basically good platform to explore the business, and you can connect to the people.
How it is beneficial for entry level students?
Uh, yes, entry level student, he can approach to his some seniors. He can find out some people who can. In the LinkedIn, there are the multiple searches are there, so you can search the people by the company. If you want to try to do a business in some Lakshmi Organics or some UPL, so you can search the people by that name. If in that platform you can find out there are some your good friends who are working in that, so via that you can try to this industry. So I can say even for a freshers or a experience, for both the um, kind of people, it is very beneficial.
Right. So, what will you advise your younger version when you are in engineering?
Yes, I advise to do a hard work, because I personally have an intention, because if anyone have a lot of talents and he are not ready to do a work, so he will never mm, get whatever he want. But at the other hand, if you don't have that skill set and every day you are doing a hard work, then definitely at a one day you will get successful. Because personally, I don't feel I'm a much more talented, because at a one shot, if I'll read it, I'll not recall everything. So I read on a multiple times, but I'll use a hard work in that field. So every day, my day gets started from 6 o'clock up to the even up to midnight one, because every day I used to do some calculation to do some developments are there, or connecting to the people, find out the some people from which organization. So this is my every day. This is my routine.
Right. So, how does your company contributes to chemical engineering world, and how efficient it is?
Yes. As you say, the TKT has launched one technology, that OPCA. That this is a very unique technology. If you see with that OPCA, in the even for India, there are a lot many people are working in a very different field. But why we come up with this some unique technology, that OPCA? That in that technology, we are focusing to reduce the cost of production, because nowadays all the industries are get saturated. So if there is some raw material. Raw material cost are a fix. Your final product cost are a fix. So now in your hand or all the manufacturers, they have only control on the production cost. Your raw material cost and final product cost both are fixed, then your margin is get fixed in that, so you will get a margin. But in that, if you reduce your production cost, then you will get a multiple business, or in the sense your profitability get increases. So what nowadays we are focused on the industry that to increase the profitability of existing chemical companies by providing proper technologies to guide them to reduce their energy cost, to reduce the capital cost of multiple equipments are there. So there are a lot of sectors are there where we can reduce the cost. Because if I'll take a one small example, so nowadays what's happened, because in every chemical company there will be a cooling tower. But if you take a one cooling tower example, if cooling tower have a some delta T of 5, so your pump capacities are going to increase, your cooling tower capacity is going to increase. But at the same, at a other different other hand, ticket is giving the cooling tower to our customer with the delta T of 10. So your flow rate will be get reduced by 50%, your pump capacity get reduced by 50%, your power consumption reduced by 50%. So if I reduce that cost, so my client will get a benefit of electrical cost will be reduced, their capital cost will be reduced. And this is only one example. In the all the sectors, we are focusing in the similar way to reduce the cost of my customer. Because what's happened, there are two industries, there is one engineering consultancy and one EPC. Both are very extreme of the, you can say there is a two poles of a world. So EPC or engineering consultancy. So engineering consultancy, what's are there? Engineer, if my customer want a one heat exchanger or a one equipment design, so in that what I do, I design the heat exchanger for him, but I never think of what's the cost is going for that heat exchanger. Because ultimately, being a, if I do a job or even for a business, so I focus on that equipment has to be run for their requirement, either with the some 10% extra margin, 20% or a 30%. So most of time it will be a 20-25% because consultancy will never think of my customer's cost or operational cost. Most of consultancies are offered the cooling towers or chillers with the lower delta T. So in that case, my customer facing for a, but on the other hand, what will do it? Will provide the equipment. So I'll first complete the EPC and other hand, in the if you talk with the EPC companies, so EPC companies, their liabilities linked with the what is the performance guarantee of that plant. So they are design the equipment whatever maximum possible with the lower extra margins or like that. So they are all the times they are thinking to optimize the cost. So with low cost they are providing the equipments, and EPC they are providing complete plant with the low cost, and where on the other hand engineering consultancy they are offered the plant with the huge cost, which is even sometimes it is not bearable to the client. But now we are come up with the both the things because we have a experience of engineering consultancy as well as EPC. We provide both the solution. So whatever the proper equipment selections we offer to our client, so that's we help to the industry. We with base of our industries, lot of companies have increased their production rates because there are some industries who have reduced their production because of they are not able to treat the effluent. Some other companies are not uh, operate the plant on the full capacity because they are not treating their scrubbers on a properly. Even some companies are run with the lower production capacity because they are not achieving that purity. So we help all the industries in all the ways to expand their capacities, profitability. So that's the uniqueness of TKT, which we offer to the industries.
How does you handle the situation like if you deliver something to some client and which not work actually, and they are not ready to pay for that thing?
You see,
How you manage that loss?
in the every business, because as we said, I never focus on the commercial cost of any projects because I never come up with that thinking to I want to earn from that business. Yes, I want to make that TKT as a brand name in the world. If you see my logos, my visions, then you will come to know how we have created a logo. There is a world in that, and outside the world there is a three diagonals are there. So that's the vision. Because every time we provided the services, after that client has not paid us. In this photo, I can't spell out the name of company, but we face on a routine to daily are a lot of problems because of the clients. They are not paying on time. They are not lift their material on time. But anyway, this is part and parcel of this business. We never back out at any situation because we are here to deliver our best, and ultimately, at most important, we are not started this business to earn the money because ultimately our requirements are not that huge, so our profit margins are less, our company overheads are comparative to other companies are less. So this is our, as you said, this is every day we face a similar kind of problems, but we come up with that. Ultimately, whenever they require, they lift that material, or if they have some cash flow constraint, when they got the cash, they can give to payment. So, being a businessman, we have to manage it.
Question is when you planned and it got failed continuously, how you manage that darkest days and what what are those in the past?
I think that every time, if you say, if you see the all the success story of people, then never, because if I do a successful at the 100 attempts, so for the 99 attempts are useful for me because they learn me how to attempt that, because their 99s give me a best, and that give me a lot of learning, and that's why I'm get successful at a 100 attempt. So you unsuccessful stories in every attempt, it is a regular things. If you have that positive approach to the solutions, then you get success in that.
Okay, so what is your next 10-year plan?
Next,
10-year plan.
to make this brand name, because as I said, what is the history of TKT. So my vision to make this brand name in a worldwide with all the technologies and with all the benefits we can give to the customer. So that's the vision, to spread this brand in the worldwide.
Okay. That 100 or 150 projects that TKT completed, which are most closest to you and
There are,
which have great impact?
yes, there are as such, every client is a valuable for me. But in that, now we are doing one big project of 55 crores of a Jorinko specialty. So in the Jorinko specialty, we get engaged with the engineering consultancies. So we'll started that project with the engineering consultancies to develop the process, your project or a mechanical, like all the departments. So meanwhile, client is understand that what is our capabilities. So what's happen in between, we give a lot of suggestion, we change their lot of philosophies in that. So he give a tremendous belief on our capabilities. So he uploaded us all the fabrications. So ultimately that cost of project is a 55 CR. He knows that we are not enough capable from a commercial perspective, but he help us in all the ways. Sometimes whenever we don't have the commercial capabilities, so he procured the material, he give to us. So it is more important projection. It give a lot of confidence to us that we can deliver such big projects.
Okay, so what is your biggest fear from business point of view?
I don't have any fears because if I come up with that some big goals and visions, so I don't have any fear in that. Is fear is that sometimes mentally some should not be get disturb us. That's the fear factor. Other than we are enough strong to fight to any situations.
Okay. It's world of switching jobs. How do you retain people's? I saw that.
Yes, basically, what have you seen the companies who give the double of the growth? The few days back, a few engineers have joined me as a some X salary. So there is a no limitation. In the TKT, you will get 2x within a 6 months also. If you deliver your quality, if you deliver your output, then there is no limitation in the TKT. So we'll focus to give the better as per their output. But even though there are this is part and parcel of business, so everyone are open to, because ticket is not such a big platform where we can be pay multi lakhs of rupees on a monthly basis to employees. Sometimes yes, definitely after 5 years, 10 years we can be capable or in that position. But right now we are not capable, and everyone have a different visions. If I'll come in the Pune, I'll have a vision. I have to take a flat, I have to take a car or some like few things. But if he is not enough in that salary, so definitely can think of
Switching.
and yes, we as we said, because we are focusing on to develop
Because
ourselves.
we saw that you have created a good team.
Yes, because
That's why I asked this question.
there is no limitations in the TKT. Even if anyone today, if anyone join with X salary, in the like the other organization, in the TKT there is no limitation. You will after 1 year you will not get only 10% increment. In the even 1 year you can reach to 2x also. There is no limitation. Even more than 2x or like that.
What's more important, you think? Intelligent quotient or emotional?
Intelligent.
So, skills and knowledge or money?
Skill and knowledge.
Luck or hard work?
Hard work.
Indian EPCs you like or foreign EPCs like? Foreign based EPCs you like?
And both have same capabilities, but if you limit the projects with the time frame, then definitely Indian EPCs are better.
Okay, so hydrogen word these days becoming a popular. So your company wants to running on that hydrogen or?
Yes, we are working on that. We have developed technologies under the guidance of few doctors. So we are come up with a in very short time because it was a proven technology. He has guided to lot many companies. So same technology we are with 5 megawatt um, plant we are planning to develop it because we thinking to develop all the kind of hydrogen plants. So in a very short span we can come up with our strong technologies.
So, what is your prediction about this engineering consultancy world in next 10 or 20 years?
It will be increasing day by day. Up to 2050, it will be increasing drastically.
Okay. So, of course, TKT also grow up according
Definitely
to the
hope
market.
so.
Okay. So, what is your professional regret in life?
I don't think so. Any regrets.
Which are your biggest supporters?
Yes. Because as I'm working like as everyone we are working, but meanwhile, uh, I was work under the one fellow is Mr. Purushottam Sawant. He's a IIT Mumbai MTech pass out. He has a tremendous capability on a technical front. He's a much knowledgeable. But all the time, because in the IITs or in the India, there are a lot many talent or intelligent people are there. But in that, he is not only talented, he has a dynamic decision maker. He has that visions. He has that good plannings. He has troubleshooting capabilities. He has the capability to tackle the uncertain arises. So, from all the perspective, he was my ideal person. Or every day I spend more time with him, and that's the reason I can say that's the one factor who has developed myself in a different way because as I said, I never spend a time with some negative thinking people. I spend more time with him. I even sometimes if we talk, we spend 3 hours, 4 hours, or more than that. But every time, whatever he delivers, I get more motivated. I get more energetic. So that fellow has changed my life, I can say. And he has provided that such a big platform. Whatever today I am, so more contribution from him.
Okay.
So
So, the same is your role model or your.
yes, he is my role model from. Yes, there are a lot of things I captured from him only, and on that principle I'm working.
Okay. So, when you are in your college days, what is your fear you are thinking that time? But now.
Whenever I was college, and that's the only thing I have to. We have to be work in one big production company. So that's time I was not have that concept that we can do a designing or we can develop the plans or we can do a sales or marketing. But afterward, I came to know there are more than 20 to 30 different divisions and there are opportunities after the chemical engineer where you can do a work. So that was doesn't have that knowledge.
So, according to you, what are the qualities of good friend?
You see, he
And
should-
hope you have some friends and about that.
because friends should be with you in all the times, even it is a good time or a bad time. He support you or he can correct you in all the condition. If you are doing something wrong, then he should tell you that you are at the wrong platform. And friends is a different bonding. Where if you are with friends, you can uh, exchange lot many things from all. There are no limitations in that. So friends should be if we are talking in the professional way, so he has there to be good supporter, or he can be with you in all the situations.
Can you define success and failure?
Um, for me, the failure I never defined, because uh, every time whatever the I do it, and if it is not get certain results which I expected, so this is my attempt to do that. So for me, failure is not the word in my dictionary. Even it is attempt, you can say.
Okay. And can you brief us about your struggle story from 2009 or before that?
Yes, this is a this is not a struggle story basically. This is a regular life where we have a routine, because mm, struggles basically, if you count, because that's time whatever we do it, that is the situations. When even in the 2009, when I was started, I was in the uh, Mumbai, and that time I don't have any my residential proof in that. So and that time in the 2008 and 9, to get the internet access apart from the company is very difficult. So you have to go with the cafe, you have to spend for a 1 hour charges, and in that I started that. I went and I'll open, but that time also I'll face a lot of issues. But afterwards, I took some internet access from a friends, and where I opened at least for a company email address and everything. So that was the starting. At the initial stage, the first project which I did it, that is for a uh, um, being a chemical engineer. Even the first project I got it, that was entirely different from that, is a self-supported stack structure. So ultimately, this is my first opportunity. I grasp it. I'll do hard work day and night to come up with some calculation. That without calculation we can't provide that. So that was the first job. Uh, that time I was not a perfect AutoCAD draftsman, so I'll approach to some people who can do the AutoCAD for me. I'll I'll go at some different places where at a midnight also I'll spend a lot of time. So that was the first project. After that, I got a various different project, like as a 3D, to do a 3D. The big project at the initial stage I got it, that is a Kalandamboli tender, that is a sub tenders basically. So I'll do a process engineering, mechanical design, some electrical instrument design. So I used to, but that's time to do a job, and after the job you work on that such big projects. That was a very uh, difficult situation for me. But few after 2010 or 11, I'll have some good financial conditions. I'll stop all these activities. So I'll focus on my regular job. But again, I feel that I should start with some good consultancies. So after few, after 1 year, again we'll start with full fledged. In between, we have provided one biggest project for a Mirage industry, which is in the sulfuric acid volume. So this is a big plant, around 50-60 crores plant, which I have delivered. So this is a big project for me. So struggling is not there, but every day we are doing something additional. And after that, even at the starting of in the full pledge, when we started, we faced a lot of issues, because people don't want someone should be start with the business, because they will again have issues with their profitability. Because I'm known to the industry as a good process engineer or a good knowledge of chemical industry, and a best troubleshooters like that. But if I'll start my business, then lot many uh, competitors or a competition will be start to them. So they have a keep lot many hurdles for me. But we started. We are not started this company to earn the big commercial factors or a big cash flow. We don't have a when we started we don't have any cash flow. But yes, we are at a good position right now. Our vision to provide only good services. So problems is a part of projects and every day we are facing it. So that's the struggle story of TKT.
Do you read the books?
Yes, it is depend. It's a biography or those who are on the life of people. Like as I read Sudha Murthy's book. I used to you know, Narayan Murthy's. So life stories read it.
Which are the best of them which you think?
Sudha Murthy.
So, what is your way of handling the problems, like understanding them, then find the solution for them?
As I said, I never think that if any something is there that is not a for us this is the problem. I never think this is the problem. Yes, if you everything have a solutions. You have to be think correctly. So if suddenly if right now if something has happened, yes, how you react with that situation. So if you think this is a problem, then you will not try it. But if you think that this is the opportunity to gain something, then definitely you can gain it. But if you see this is the problem, then you will get stop it. But if you think that this is something people are not able to do it, yes, I can do it. Yes, definitely. Sometimes you can't do it, but you will get an experience in that. Why you are thinking towards that thing as a problem? So my lookout, I never think to anyone like this is a problem. This is if I do it, this is the opportunity for me.
Can you explain some about your family background?
Yes, family. In my family, my dad is working as a government servant. He's in the revenue section. So I learned from him as how to do a documentation. All these things. They are very good in documentations. So even right now also he has a guide to lot many people for documentations and all these things. My mother is a housewife. Both are hard working because my I never always think of because my family background of my dad's is not that good, but by doing a job he got a where come up with some good things. My brother is doing a business in Mumbai as a color contract and painting contracts. My wife is a completed MBA. After BCA, he has completed his MCA. So that's what all about the family.
So, what are the qualities you are looking in undergraduate students which are passing out nowadays?
So if they have a capability to hard working, so they can be stand in this market because nowadays we are facing a lot of issues for laborers or some employees. So opportunities are there are number of opportunities. We are not reaching to that opportunity, or if you are not able to really to do a hard working, then you will get unsuccess or whatever you expected that you don't get it. So do the hard work, you will get a result.
Nowadays, that core engineering branches like chemical, mechanical, civil, electrical, and other side IT. So most of the core engineers are going to IT. Like, I have seen that 20-30% of chemical engineers also going to IT. So how you looking this issue like core engineering versus IT?
That that trend is from last 2 3 years. Basically, you learned your engineering in the chemical or a mechanical or a electrical or a civil, and after that 4 years, you can join the IT field. And every time we are working as a handicapped, every time you approach to your senior how to solve it, because we are not expert in that field. Yes, they can give a knowledge on that, but from my perspective, the fellow who is from belongs to civil or a mechanical or a chemical, he can't lead the company at a, yes, there are a few opportunities or someone who have some different skill, that fellow can be survive at a longer time in this field, or if some kind there will be a recession, so they will never touch to the core faculty people. They can be um, focused on those who doesn't have the core fields. So I feel they should do a business in their core field. In the core field there are multiple opportunities, and I think with that trends in a very positive way, because I know uh, a lot of people from a chemical or mechanical, civil, they are switching to the IT, because after 10 15 years we are the king in that field, because at the bottom line is almost there nothing in that. So that will be a positivity for us.
Easier to start our own business. How this feels, and can you suggest this to young generation that they can
Well,
also start some new?
no, basically after engineering, because everyone have their own skill set, they have own capabilities. Because those the student which come to me for a process engineering course, so I'll find out what is the uniqueness, because all the times you are not a thorough in the calculations. Because sometimes if I say ki you have a one good skill to communicate with the people, or you can good manage the your friends functions or social activities, so you can be go with your project engineering. Why you are going the process engineering? Because your skill set after engineering, you have that skill set to manage everything without, this is your more interested field, so you can choose that. In our India or in the world, what's happened, people are not guided to the people with their activities or interest area. So if you do a work in the project, you will do a better in that field. But you are expert in managing all these things, and someone forced to do a job in the process engineer, so you can't deliver that efficiently. So first of all, we should understand what is the capabilities of engineers. Then you can guide them at an initial stage. If you have some interest in the production, if you have some interest in the project, sometimes some people have a very good skill set to sell anything in the market. So if we force those engineers to do a work in the project, so from my perspective, first of all we understand what is our capabilities, and thereafter you can start your jobs or in that core fields. So selection of your interest area, that is more important. If you don't like the field, you can't deliver.
Right. So the thing is, this thing pressure.
This is not your interested field, then you can't deliver.
Right.
Yes.
So how you handle your employees?
To handling the employees, basically this is not a big task. This is one family. Every day we are doing the work for other company, but we never took any pressures Yes, we have planned it, and according to plan, we'll complete all the activities. We never make the simple things complicated. I have worked with lot of big companies, so we are aware to how to make the simpler things more complicated and then to spend a more time. But in the our here we make the complicated things simpler and we work it. And in the company we are used to we enjoy as like as a family. After some span we can see the movies in the company, we can play games inside the company, even some matches are there, we have a TVs and all these things, so we enjoyed some matches in the by in the office hours also. So we keep our climate or ambience in the company, the good ambience we keep it. So um, I don't think there is a one complicity to handle the employees. And one thing is that no one is an employee in the TKT. Everyone is an equal part of TKT. And that's why I said in the TKT, within a 6 months you can get a 2x or a 2 more than 2x. So that's the reason, because in the TKT is your company. You deliver more, you will get more. So managing is not a difficult task.
The top 3 lesson which you learn in life.
Hardworking, this is the first lesson. Second will be the hardworking, and third will be the hardworking.
Okay, so you depend on the hard work.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the lesson you want to share with young generation of engineers?
I can guide them only. You can start the career by analyzing your capabilities, and if you are on the good track, then definitely you will deliver more and you will be work more time because this is your interested area.
Sir, can I say TKT must be competitor of like a company like L&T something?
Definitely, because we have that visions, we deliver same qualities, and we have some unique visions in that, because every company has delivered their best, but TKT is get attached with companies by emotionally, professionally, and clients are tremendously believe on us. So definitely in future you can see it.
Okay, so I want to just understand TKT's domains, portfolios, and about that process engineering
Yes.
work program that you do in
Yes.
part time.
Basically, TKT is working in two main verticals. One is the engineering consultancy and one is the EPC projects. So I'll explain in the engineering consultancy, TKT provides services for process engineering, then mechanical engineering, electrical, instrument, refractory, insulation, structures, civil, piping, layouts. So in project plannings are there, purchase are there. But in the engineering consultancy, we are not do the direct procurement. All the procurements will do it by the client. And EPC projects we'll do all the things which I explained, all the departments. Plus, we'll do a erection, installation, piping, site works, and we'll provide the plant along with the performance guarantees. So these are the core main domains where we worked. Under the process engineering, as I said, this is the backbone of company. So we'll do a process simulation, mass balance, energy balance, PFTs, PNIDs, then hydraulic calculations. Your all the lists are there: equipment, electrical load list, instrument index. So these are the main core areas where we work with. In the mechanical, we do provide a mechanical designs, GA drawing, fabrication drawing, PV results. In the project management, will manage all the projects from a proposal stage up to the commissioning stage, the controlling all the factors. So purchasing will do, because if you see the TKT have a more than 40,000 vendor registrations, and we have that vendors. So we provide a good vendors with our core field, because of this is our core field. Purchase is there, then refractories are there. So every section we worked it, and if you see, we are working in the our core domain. Our sectors are there. There are pharmaceutical. We are providing lot of pharmaceutical client on a engineering consultancies basis. Then specialty chemicals. Then refineries are there. Petrochemicals are there. Then food industries are there. Fertilizers, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid. Then organic, inorganic sectors. So agrochemicals are there. We provided some pesticide, fungicides plant. So overall, we are in the all the field, except we are not full fledged in the sugar industries. So apart from that, we are serving us in all the sectors. So that's overall about the TKT, and client list are the this is the main things for us, because we are more focused to join the new customers. So that's overall about TKT.
I heard also that you always say yes to customer. Anything is there, you are always ready to deliver.
Because as I said, I never started that business from a commercial perspective. I want to make that brand name in the world. That's the motive. Because today I'm saying someone, yes, I want to do it. Yes, I want to do it, because we are here to provide the services. But there will be a time when TKT will reach to at a topmost as a leading player. So that's the these people never ask me, this is your benchmark. Yes, they will say yes, we can give a good amount, or we can deal with some good prices. So we are at initial stage. Every client doesn't know what is the capability of TKT. Right now TKT is doing a more than 200 crores of project. But still we are begging for one small orders of a 5,000. So that the value of project is a very big, but still we know we want to serve this industry with our proper services, and we are doing that.
Can you tell us about that TKT is doing some process engineering training and all to students?
As I said, because I have seen the lot of students, they are come up with after completion of the process engineering course, and ultimately they doesn't know anything of this industry. So it started why we should not share our knowledge with the student. I'm not providing some course in that, but there are a lot of students came to me, you can guide us. So based on their request, I was started, and you can't believe I have and every Sunday I took a training for these students, and students from those who are passed out in 89, 91 batch, even for a 95, 2000s, those who are working in Reliance, then Technique. So there are a big people with the big experience, but they don't do the fundamental, and they joined me to learn the process engineering, and by God grace I deliver a lot, and they are very happy, and they got a lot of benefit in their core field. And this is completely 100%, this is a non-commercialized business. whatever the funding is coming from that process engineering course, we are properly utilized. This is not utilized for a company um, commercial factor, or this is not a revenue for a company. We utilize for a charity, we utilize that funding for some uh, help to the poor students, for somewhere at a, we donate it. So that's
How student can approach to you for that?
uh, but we never do a advertisement of such a course in a multiple platform. We inform that we never approach to the student because we have a quality. We can going to deliver it. This is not our core business. So why we should do a marketing for that? Those who came to know this ticket is providing such good things. At the initial stage, we started on a free of cost, but last time the situation was a very different. People are, sometimes someone is coming after 2-3 weeks they are coming, so they don't have a value of that. So we charging for this course, but utilize for a good donation or some charity or helping. So there is a platform, either you can reach via emails or something to, or some advertisement which we have done on a LinkedIn or some. So there is a contact number of companies, so they can approach on it.
So thank you, Mangesh sir, for coming on holiday for this engineering talks. Hope these talks will help young generation for creating awareness, and there are something to gain in this session.
Yes, thanks a lot. You have given a big opportunity to give an introduction of company, my thoughts and vision of TKT. Hopes this will be helpful for us. Thank you.
So thank you for connecting us today. We'll have more session like this in upcoming months.